Hey, this is Joe from Citrus County Porch Life, bringing you the Daily Word for Men for February 15th, 2025, and that is Saturday. The word for today is reliable. Teach those who are rich in this world not to be proud and not to trust in their money, which is so unreliable. Their trust should be in God, who richly gives us all we need for our enjoyment. And that is from 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 17, the NLT. And here's the commentary. We have those friends who always seem to be there, or maybe a family member that has the old beater that is still running. It never seems to give up the ghost, and they just can't part with it. There are things like that in life. They just make sense to keep around. They have one great asset. They are reliable. They may be outdated, unattractive, and purely functional, but they are dependable. We need steadfast things in our lives. It is our nature to create around us an environment and people that are steady. It allows for us to become attached in healthy ways, which is God's design. Ultimately, He wants us to rely on Him. Of all the old things, He is the most reliable. How often do you look to God because you find Him reliable? Well, I've mentioned many times before that I'm a member of Alcoholics Anonymous, coming up on 34 years sobriety. And the biggest part of Alcoholics Anonymous, many people will say, well, it's becoming abstinent from alcohol. The biggest part is a spiritual part. The 12 steps, which are spiritual steps to a better union with God. And as an alcoholic, every single day of my life, I have to make a decision to drink or not to drink. And I am helped by a power greater than myself, whom I choose to call God, to not drink. That's every single day of my life. Every single day for 34 years, I've had to choose not to drink. So I look to God daily for a daily reprieve. And also, as I mentioned, it's a very spiritual program, and we do a daily inventory, because the whole goal of Alcoholics Anonymous is not to fall back into the behavior that we had before, where we thought we could control people, places, and things. We do an inventory of all the things we had done wrong, and we try to do it on a daily basis. In that way, it doesn't linger. It's not like, say I have a small infection. You don't want it to linger and become sepsis or something like that is a threat to your life. So we do this. And I have many things to think about at night. That's when I do mine. And I mentioned it before. Things surrounding supermarkets and traffic. All things where I think I am righteous right. But that's not the point. The point is to be kind to people. And as we mentioned in yesterday's reading, all those to be temperate. Temperate's a big one for me. I can fly off the handle if you push my buttons. So I rely on God every single day of my existence. In a very real sense. I'm not talking about you make the statement, well, God keeps this whole world in existence. I agree with that. But I'm talking about my day-to-day life. That puts me in a relationship with God on a continuing basis. And even during the day, if I say something unkind, then I think, I wish I didn't say that. And I make amends and correct it as soon as I can. And hopefully grow spiritually. That's what the program is for, that we grow spiritually. We're not dead like we were. We weren't very spiritual. We thought we were when we were drinking, but we weren't. And so that's my take on today's reading. I hope you have a safe and holy day, and we will talk to you tomorrow. And another great day. Yesterday was 86. It blew the record away for Homosassa, Florida. That's where I live, north of Tampa, about 60 miles north of Tampa. And 86 in mid-February was pretty good, considering my family up in Rhode Island is dealing with snow and freezing rain. So I'm happy. I love doing this out on the porch. So far, except for a few days where it was raining through the screening right into my face, I had to go inside and do it at the kitchen table. But this is what I call my corporate headquarters, the front porch facing west, facing the Gulf of America or the Gulf of Mexico, and so far it's worked out good. So God bless. Have a holy day. See you tomorrow.